Alright, hello everybody, my name's Bonesaw Lombardi and today I'm going to be playing Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now, it's been a while since I made a video. It's been pretty chaotic in the real world, but I just want to take a bit of time just play a game that I really like. So, when I was growing up, it's like a little background. When I was growing up, I never really played a whole lot of Call of Duty. I think I actually got Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for Christmas one year when I was 13. I don't really like any of the newer games. That was my starting point, so it's kind of a little bit unfair because that's a really good Call of Duty game. But after that, I think Ghost came out and Infinite and Advanced Warfare came out. I didn't really like any of the new ones, so I kind of, I stayed in Black Ops and eventually got Black Ops 1, but that's kind of where I took off from there. I bought the Modern Warfare games, actually, for the PlayStation 3, but I never really played them. I just mainly stuck to Black Ops 2, because that was also my family's favorite as well. But, yeah, so another thing about this game is you'll notice the title is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That's a little confusing. So, rewind to 2007. This game came out. Now, this game was so successful. They probably planned it before, but this game was so successful they decided to turn it into a trilogy of games. So, Modern Warfare 2 releases in 2009, and then Modern Warfare 3 released in 2011. And then they remastered the games starting in 2017. And then they rebooted the games, so they rewrote the story and everything starting in, I think, 2019. They're about to come out with the 4th Modern Warfare game, but like I said, I don't really care for the new stuff, honestly. But, yeah, I started playing the Spec Ops with a friend, and then I eventually was like, you know what, this is pretty fun, so I started playing for the story on this one, then 2, then 3, and I thought it was all really fun. It was honestly really fun. These campaigns are just amazing, but that's just a little history. Before this point, because you wonder, it's called Modern Warfare, before this point, most of the games were just covering World War II stuff, so, yeah. But this is their first peek into what Modern Warfare looked like. Now, for this playthrough, I'm actually going to be doing it on Veteran. That's, I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment, I guess. I've been playing some pretty hard games this last couple of years, whatever. But I've already beaten the remastered version, which apparently the last mission in that is way harder than this version's version of it. But, yeah. So I'm no stranger to Veteran. I know a couple of strategies. But just for an example, we'll show you how bad this is. So we'll just pick a mission. In Call of Duty, there's 4 difficulties: Recruit, Veteran, Regular, Hardened. Recruit is the easiest, Veteran is the hardest. So we'll go ahead and just start this mission on Recruit just to give you a bit of a frame of reference. Skip this.
Alpha Company's tank is stuck. Have a quick
Alright.
here. We gotta hustle. Let's go.
So starting the mission, running in, we gotta get into that building, take out everybody in that building. Alright, so I just took an RPG straight to the face. Everybody's shooting at me, but it doesn't really matter that much. Go in here, switch to night vision. Down here. Right here. So that's like what Recruit plays like. You can kind of just run around and be a fool. Now, we will play that same mission on Veteran and try and do the exact same thing. Skip this.
Alpha Company's tank is stuck. Have a quick north of here. We gotta hustle. Let's go.
Slipping on something with my mouse pad, but we're running in. And I'm dead.
Get suppression fire on that building.
So as you can see, veteran is just, it's definitely a lot harder. I think you take like 3 hits from any damage source, you're dead. Grenade, you're dead most of the time. Melee hit, you're dead. So you wanna play it safe in veteran mode. There's gonna be a lot of duck and cover sort of stuff. Now, as for the story of this Call of Duty game, I'm gonna try not to spoil it as much as possible. I'll try and piecemeal some stuff, maybe say something at the end of each chapter. I'll just pause, talk about gameplay mechanics. You know, I don't want to interrupt dialogue, but some parts it might be hard to keep track of, so I think I kind of have to explain, especially because some of these gameplay sections can go on for really long, so you can kind of forget about what's going on in the story if you're playing it on veteran. So, or if you're not familiar with the mechanics, you might end up dying on lower levels anyway. So, but anyway, let's get right into it.
Good news first, the world's in great shape. We've got a civil war in Russia, government loyalists against ultranationalist rebels, and 15,000 nukes at stake.
Just another day at the office.
Khaled al-Assad, currently the second most powerful man in the Middle East. Now word on the street is he's got the minerals to be top dog down there. Intel's keeping an eye on him.
And the bad news?
We've got a new guy joining us today, fresh out of selection. His name's Soap. Good to see you, mate. Take one of the rifles from the table.
Alright, so this mission's called F.N.G. You can obviously, sorry, excuse me. You can kind of put together what that means in your head. I don't really like to curse, but NG stands for new guy. And I have successfully ruined the joke.
You know the drill. Go to station 1 and aim your rifle downrange.
Just
Now
some
aim your
mechanic
rifle
stuff here.
downrange. Now, shoot each target while aiming down the sights. Lovely. Now, shoot at the targets while firing from the hip. Now I'm going to block the targets with a sheet of plywood. I want you to shoot the targets through the wood.
So yeah, this first part's just kind of introducing you to the mechanics. It's just the shooting. It's kind of the tutorial, but yeah.
Bullets will penetrate thin, weak materials like wood, plaster, and sheet metal. Good. Now I'm going to make the targets pop up one at a time. Hit all of them as fast as you can.
Speed around here.
Proper good job, mate. Now go get a sidearm from the armory.
Gaz is just being nice to me. He's a bit of a... He's less of a stickler than Price, but...
Good.
He's still...
Now switch to your rifle. Now pull out your sidearm.
He's still a snappy guy.
Remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. Using your knife is even faster than switching to your pistol. Knife the watermelon. Nice! Your fruit-killing skills are remarkable.
Yes, sir.
Captain Price wants to see you.
Alright. So... Little thing about this story. So like it said, I'm playing Soap. That's my operator name. That back there is Gaz. Funny thing about Gaz is there's actually a character in the second game called Ghost. He's actually voiced by the same guy who voices Gaz in this game. So that's why he kind of sounds a little bit familiar. Price is our commanding officer, and we're all in the SAS. But that's this group of people. Like I said, it likes to cut around perspective, so it's kind of hard to keep track of stuff. But right now we're SAS. So here we go. We're gonna meet Price.
It's the F.N.G, sir. Go easy on him, sir. It's his first day in the regiment.
Right. What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh? How'd a muppet like you pass selection? Soap, it's your turn for the CQB test. Everyone else head to observation. For this test, you'll have to run the cargo ship solo in less than 60 seconds. Gaz holds the current squadron record at 19 seconds. Good luck. Climb the ladder over there.
Yeah, so... First meeting Price, he calls us a muppet. That's not really nice. You know, I'm not a muppet, I'm Soap. I'm the main character. Anyway, it's telling us to run a cargo ship. That'll come into play soon enough. You'll see why we're running a cargo ship in the first place, but...
Pick up that MP5 and 4 flashbangs. On my go, I want you to rope down to the deck and rush to position 1.
Right now, it's
After
just
that,
training.
You will storm down the stairs to position 2. Then hit position 3 and 4, following my precise instructions at each position. Grab the rope when you're ready. Right. Go, go, go! Hit the target!
Oh, I didn't get that.
You passed one of the targets! Position 2, go! Hit the target! Flashbang through the door! Position 4, hit the target! Position 5, go! Hit the target! 6, go!
Oh no.
Flashbang through the door! Hit the target! Sprint to the finish! Final position, go! Pretty good, Soap. Seen better.
Messed that
Climb
up.
up the ladder if you want another go. Otherwise, come over to the monitors for a debrief. Replace
Do
any
faster.
flashbangs you used. Grab
I'm
the
gonna go
rope
for
when you're
faster.
ready.
But yeah, this just you can see there on the right. It tells you what difficulty it wants you to play at. If you get around Gaz's time, which isn't that hard, it'll just tell you to play on veteran. I think the best time that I've gotten is 14.8. And you know that thing that says IW best time, that's Infinity Ward's best time. That's one of the developers who made this game. Yeah, you do get a little bit of an accuracy bonus, so
Go, go, go!
go for it again.
Hit the target! Position 2, go!
Got that
Hit
guy
the
this time.
targets.
Oh,
Flashbang through the door! Position 4, hit the target! Position 5, go! Hit the targets! 6, go! Flashbang through the door! Hit the target! Final position, go! Sprint to the finish! That was better. Not great, but better.
still
Climb up
on
the ladder
veteran.
if you want another go.
You don't have to unlock
Otherwise, come up to
veteran
the
by
monitors
doing
for a
this,
debrief.
but I like to get a good time.
Replace any flashbangs you used. Equip your MP5. Grab the rope when you're ready. Go, go, go! Hit the target! Position 2, go! Hit the targets! Flashbang through the door! Position 4, hit the targets! Position 5, go! Hit the targets! 6, go! Flashbang through the door! Hit the targets! Final position, go! Sprint to the finish!
Alright.
That was an improvement, but it's not hard to improve on garbage. Try it again.
It says
Climb up
it's
the
not
ladder if
hard
you
to
want
improve on
another go.
garbage, but I beat
Otherwise,
the
come over to the
squad
monitors for a
record.
debrief.
So,
Gentlemen, the cargo ship mission is a go. Get yourselves sorted out. Wheels up at 0200. Dismissed.
alright. Yep. Going veteran.
Bravo team. The intel on this op comes from our informant in Russia. The package is aboard a medium freighter, Estonian registration number 52775. There is a small crew and a security detail on board. Rules of engagement, sir. Crew expendable.
Faceplate, this is Howard 2-4. We have visual on the target. ETA 60 seconds. Copy, 2-4. 30 seconds, going dark. 10 seconds. Radio check. Go to secure channel. Lock and load. Green light. Go, go, go. Weapons free. Bridge secure. Hold your fire. Guys, stay in the bird till we secure
That's
the
why we
deck.
were practicing on a
Roger
cargo
that.
ship.
Squad on me. Stairs, clear. Last call. Hallway, clear. Sleep tight. Forward deck's clear. Green light on Alpha. Go.
So for a game that came out in 2007, this game honestly just looks fabulous. I know it's like it doesn't look as high, like particle count, whatever, effects. It looks great.
Ready, sir. Got two on the platform. 3 meter spread. Weapons free. Roger that. Tango down. Target neutralized.
So now we're coming up here, trying to get into this boat to figure out what's on it. We're gonna run into a bit of resistance. If only there was something that could help us out here.
We've got company.
Hammer 2-4, we've got tangos on the second floor.
Copy. Engaging. Bravo 6, Hammer's at bingo fuel. We're bugging out. Big Bird will be on station for evac in 10.
Copy, Hammer. Warcroft, Griffin, cover our 6. The rest of you, on me.
Roger that.
Funny, he calls me a Muppet when we got a helicopter called Big Bird. That's just, you know. Alright. Guess we're all
For
Muppets.
close encounters. Too right, mate.
On my mark, go. Check your corners. Hallway,
Doesn't
clear.
actually matter
Move
here,
up.
I can just cut
Stairs,
straight to
clear.
the action.
Check those corners.
Movement right. Tango down.
Hallway, clear.
A lot of these sections, you can actually, you know, we'll talk about some of the mechanics here real quick, actually. I'll just get all this out of the way. So, one thing is, in this first game, there are infinite enemy spawns in some missions, but then there's not in other missions. This mission is one of the easier ones, so there's not really that many enemy spawns. It's a very finite amount, but for the most part, there's infinite enemy spawns in a lot of these maps, as far as I'm aware. Now you're thinking, like, how do you beat a level if there's infinite enemy spawns? That's where the second mechanic really comes into play. It's when you advance forward, because what happens is, if you're sitting behind cover, for immersion purposes, the game designers made it so that the, like, soldiers kind of hang back and cover with you. You know, they do some dynamic actions around you, but mostly they just hang around you in cover. So, that's, like, when you're taking cover, your guys will take cover. But if you move up, your guys will also move up with you. And that's the main, like, goal, I guess, to get through a level, is you want to move up as quickly and efficiently as possible so your guys can move up behind you. Because if they're with you, they can just take bullets all day, but if you move up, they will turn everything into Swiss cheese, because the game will think, like, okay, player here, get everybody to him. Boom. They will get your soldiers through there as, like, efficiently as possible, pretty much. Some other stuff is there are some, you know, there's flashbangs in this game, and explosions, so if you're not really into, like, flashing lights, very, very high octane action situations. Maybe, you know, if you have epilepsy or something, you might want to reconsider watching a Call of Duty playthrough. Also, it's shooty soldier stuff, so if you're not really, like, if you're not really into video games like that, I recommend not watching it. But hey, you know, I'm not really into guns, but I like Call of Duty because it's a fun video game. So, other stuff we'll get into later, but
Check your corners.
that's like the basic
Clear left.
understanding.
Ready, sir. Move up. Stand by. On my go.
Standing by.
Flashbang out. Go.
Catwalk clear. Got you covered. Move up.
Squad on me. Move up.
Yeah, so another thing on this map is there's always the secret dude that pops out with a Desert Eagle. It's kind of a
Ready,
fun
sir.
little thing.
Go.
Clear left. Clear right.
Move.
Alright. This next part, come
Move
up
right.
here. Get some Desert Eagle action.
Move up.
I didn't get that guy.
Forward area clear. Move.
You.
Clear left. Clear right. Stack.
Another thing you'll see in the top left corner most of the time is this game saved icon. That's basically a checkpoint. So if you say get through an area pretty far and die, but you don't get the game saved, you have to repeat everything that you just did. It's a real trial and error. But once you hit that game saved, then the game will spawn you where the game just saved. So that's another thing that's going to be very, very vital for veteran playthroughs.
Up. Stand by. On my go. One ready. Two ready. On my mark. Go.
Push over there. Got a bunch of guys. See if my guys take advantage of it. Oh, no, I don't want to go up there.
Tango down. Report. All clear? Roger
Alright.
that.
Got it.
I'm getting a strong reading, sir.
You also saw right there, Price just took like a bunch of bullets and he didn't care. Some NPCs are like labeled as essential, I guess. So Price and Gaz can't actually really die when they get shot up like that. So, you know, there's like other characters like that too. But a neat mechanic in this game is that some soldiers do actually die next to you. So in a battle, like someone gets like blown up by a grenade or shot, then one of your teammates will say like man down, and then someone else will eventually replace them. But that's kind of an interesting thing they put in there. It's just for immersion purposes, but you know, you want to keep all your guys alive. You want to try to, but if you actually end up shooting them yourself, the game will say friendly fire will not be tolerated, and it'll effectively count as a death as well. It'll like set you back at checkpoint. It'll blur everything out. But yeah, if you end up shooting one of your own guys on accident, sometimes the game lets you keep going. If you shoot like an essential NPC on accident a couple of times, the game will be like, hey, no big deal. Because sometimes they walk in really weird ways and just mess you up. They like just, you know, they walk into a part where maybe you're trying to hold down. They like walk right in front of an enemy. It's like, it's really annoying. But, well, you know, you'll see.
You might want to take a look at this.
It's in Arabic. Faceplate, this is Bravo 6. We've found it. Ready to secure package for transport.
No time, Bravo 6. 2 bogies headed your way fast. Grab what you can and get the hell out of there.
Fast movers. Probably mixed. We better go.
So, grab the manifest in the container. Move. All right, everyone topside. Double time.
Alright, I actually die a lot on this section because I get stuck in one part.
Sir. Enemy aircraft inbound. Bravo 6, come in. Bravo 6, what's your status?
We've got to go now.
Bravo 6, come in, damn it.
Big Bird, this is Bravo 6. We're on our way out. On your feet, soldier. We are leaving. Get to the catwalks. Move, move, move. Move your asses. Come on, let's go. Back on your feet. Let's go. Watch your back. Go, go. Keep moving.
That's the part I usually die at. So, oh, I got stuck on a pipe. We have made it out.
Roger that. We're out of here. Faceplate, this is Big Bird. Package secured, returning to base. Out.
That's our first mission. Technically F.N.G was in there, but we're probably, for this first video, I'll probably go all the way to Charlie Don't Surf. I was gonna do the bog, but I think I only have time for Charlie Don't Surf, so we'll go there. But yeah, that's that's typically how they go. First mission. Whoa, oh my God, we found a nuke on a boat, and now, oh man, we barely escaped. So let's see what happens next.
Cars inbound.
Continue tracking.
Alright, so this is kind of an annoying pause. I didn't really think of where to put this that would be appropriate, but right now, if you didn't keep track of that opening title crawl, I should probably just recap the story right here. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff that happens really quickly. But basically, how this game starts is there's a terrorist leader named Al-Assad in the Middle East. And the United States and the SAS are keeping track of him. Mainly it's the United States, though. And they're just trying to monitor his escalation and maybe eventually send in boots on the ground. Now, that's what's going on in the Middle East, all right? So just keep that in mind. Next thing that's going on is, you hear it for like 2 seconds, but basically there is a civil war going on in Russia between ultranationalists and the Russian loyalists. That is kind of what the SAS is mostly focused on in this game. So you'll play mainly two perspectives. You'll play Soap, who's in the SAS, and you'll play another soldier named Paul Jackson, who's in the United States Marine Corps, and you'll mainly fight along those two lines, I guess. Right now, though, which is like a little bit confusing for someone who maybe has never played a Call of Duty game, we're playing as, you'll hear it in the next cutscene, but we're playing as a character completely unrelated to Paul Jackson or Soap. We're playing as someone completely different. So we'll just go through this next section and just treat it like a big long cutscene. This isn't really a real mission, but yeah.
اليوم نهضنا من جديد كشعب واحد في وجه الخيانة والفساد. جميعنا نثق بهذا الرجل لينقل شعبنا
هاشمهم. كشعب واحد يجب أن نحرر أخوتنا من نير احتلال الأجنبي. جيوشنا قوية وقضيتنا عادلة. كما أتحدث إنهم يتفسدون جيوشنا. لماذا سنحامي استقلال شعبنا؟ كان يوم عظيما. حربنا الناجلية النبيلة قد بدأت. سنقوم باللقاء بالقنوات على بلادهم كما هم يفعلون ذلك بالضبط. هكذا ابتدأت.
Yeah, so right there. That's where that mission pretty much ends. Now the US was tracking that car. Who was in that car? Well, it'll say in the cutscene, but I'll just say it here. That was the president who was in charge, and al-Assad was the one who just pulled the trigger on him. That guy that gave al-Assad the gun is an important character for later, but for right now, all you need to know is the president just got executed by al-Assad. So obviously things have escalated, and if you were paying attention during that whole mission cutscene thing, these guys are not really good guys. They're really bad dudes, chasing people, running them down, you know. So, yeah, that's what's going on in the Middle East. We'll get another cutscene here.
Captain Price, al-Assad just executed President al-Falani on national television.
The Americans have plans for al-Assad, and it's too late to do anything for al-Falani. But in less than 3 hours, codename Nikolai will be executed in Russia.
Nikolai, sir.
Nikolai is our informant in the ultra-nationalist camp. He supplied the intel on the cargo ship operation. Nikolai's in hell right now. We're gonna walk him out. We take care of our friends. Let's move. The loyalists are expecting us half a click to the north. Move out.
Loyalists, eh? Are those the good Russians or the bad Russians?
Well, they won't shoot us on sight, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, well, that's good enough for me, sir.
Enemy down.
Good work. There should be a few more guard posts up ahead. Kamarov and his men will be waiting for us in the field to the northwest.
Yeah, so, we're trying to just get our informant back. That's all this mission is, but this kind of leads into how everything's tied up. You notice how we found that nuke in that boat. Stuff will eventually start to connect, and you'll start to see a little bit of overlap with what's going on in the story. But for now, it's a stealth mission.
That's a kill. down.
Right up here, we're gonna meet someone very, very special. Well, not too special, but we'll see him.
Guys, you smell that?
Yeah, Kamarov.
Welcome to the new Russia, Captain Price.
What's the target, Kamarov? We've got an informant to recover.
The M21's on the other side of the hill. The rockets have killed hundreds of civilians in the valley below.
Not so fast. Remember Beirut? You're with us.
I guess I owe you one.
Bloody right you do.
Yeah, so background on these characters a little bit more. Price is our commanding officer. Yeah, we're in the SAS, blah, blah, blah. You already know that. Kamarov is the one who's in charge of the Russian loyalists. It says right there on the mission objectives. That's who we just met. Now, we're pretty much, like, Allied powers pretty much on the side of Russian loyalists. The ultranationalists are the ones who actually technically span over the, like, trilogy itself. They're kind of like the really, really, really bad dudes that take the focus. This is what this whole Civil War is about, but Kamarov's this sort of tricky character. He just kind of takes advantage of any help he can get. I mean, you know, it's pretty desperate. I believe Kamarov he's in a very tough spot, but, you know, we want to rescue Nikolai, so get a little impatient with him when he just wants us to fight his war, so...
Ваня, приближайся. Приготовься к атаке. Жди моего сигнала. This way. There's a good spot where your sniper can cover my men.
Sniper team in position. Guys, cover the left flank.
Roger, covering left flank.
Units, commence the attack.
So, take out the machine gunners in the window so Kamarov's men can storm the building.
Damn! Enemy helicopters!
You didn't say there'd be helicopters, Kamarov.
I didn't say there wouldn't be any either. We need to protect my men from those helicopter troops. This way.
Make it quick, Kamarov. I want that informant.
You have nothing to worry about. We'll take out BM-21s and carve a path straight to your informant, Captain Price.
So, another little pause here. Something I like to use to explain the whole damage stuff, because a lot of people like to make fun of that in Call of Duty. It's like an old classic Call of Duty meme, but you'll notice that the character that I'm playing as actually, quote-unquote, like, regains his health. Like, because the screen goes red when he gets injured. What I like to think of as an in-universe explanation, this is just me making stuff up, is that when you get hit with that first bullet, that's actually the bullet flying by you. When you get hit with the second bullet, it's flying by you, maybe grazes you, and then the third bullet is the one that actually just kills you. So, whenever you get hit, like, you can take multiple hits because they're not actually hits. That final one is the one that does you in, though. And then whenever you do die and come back to life, that's actually just a parallel universe where the same events take place. Once you finally make it through the level, that's the universe that the person you played as succeeded. That's kind of like the thing I use for any video game, honestly, but seems really complicated. It's not really that complicated. It's just get through the level, boom, shoot the guy, have fun, wha-bam. So, but yeah, I took a bullet there. I didn't actually take that bullet. It just went really close to me and my guy got really scared, so the screen turned red.
Какой статус? Сколько времени
So we've got got company. Helicopter troops closing in fast.
We should just beat it out of him, sir. Not yet.
Send that guy back there. Come on. Might already be dead. My way came wrong. Already dealing with the grenades. Now, okay. Oh, he's right there, okay.
Help me support them from the cliffs.
What about our informant? He's running out of time.
Help us. The further my men can get into this village, the closer we will be to securing your informant.
Hostile to the east.
Right there, he sounds pretty desperate. I really do believe Kamrov. I feel for him, but like, we're here for Nikolai, you know. Don't really have all the time in the world.
Target eliminated.
Good. Now we are making progress. Follow me to the power station. Final assault has already begun. With a little bit more of your sniper support, we are sure to be victorious.
Enough sniping. Where is the informant?
Что ты делаешь? Что с ума сошел? Что тебе The house! The house of the northeast end of the village!
Well, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now go and sit in the corner.
So, guys, we've got to reach that house before anything happens to the informant. Let's go.
Now go and sit in the corner. This is our first little bit of a toughie section. That house on the left. It's kind of tricky to get through. There's a couple of scripted parts that's helpful to know about when you're going through there, but we shouldn't have many problems. Let's see if there's any out there. There's not as many spawning as I would have thought. Alright. Go for it. Oh. Yeah, there's a guy. There's some more coming in. Should be coming in. Oh yeah, here they come. Should be one more. Maybe? Wall bang him. Game saved. Hop through this window. Oh! Yeah, so. Well, we got the game saved, so no big deal. Unless we get caught in the death loop. Behind here. Smoke him out. I like to use this card as cover, but if they walk in, then it's pretty much done from here. You kind of just go.
Bloody hell, let's move. He may still
Get ready.
It didn't seem that tough, but like I said, you know, on veteran you can really get stuck if you don't know where the stuff is. You gotta have to memorize where some things are, not everything.
Got it. Do it.
Put on our night vision,
Wow,
go
got the
in.
power. Go.
Victor!
These night vision goggles make it too easy.
All right.
Что вы хотите? Что вы? Спецвойска?
It's him.
Nikolai, are you all right? Can you walk?
Yes, I can still fight. Thank you for getting me out of here.
Big Bird, this is Bravo 6. We have the package. Meet us at LZ1. Over. Bravo 6, this is Big Bird. We're on our way. How?
Let's go.
I'm totally pausing this selfishly. This time I'm just gonna tell a joke, but you may not. You don't hear Soap at all in this game, but he's got a voice. I do a really bad impression, but he kind of sounds like this. He's like, "Hey, Bryce, we got the target. We're headed to the extraction point. We need to go." So, you know, like, he called me a Muppet, and we're still with Big Bird. The helicopter's name is Big Bird, so I like to think, you know, this last part, Soap's probably thinking in his head, he's like, "Hey, Big Bird, this is Elmo. I'm with Bert and Ernie, and we just rescued the Cookie Monster. We're coming on board. We're gonna get out of here. Out." Like, you know, calling me a Muppet when we got Big Bird over here. And for reference, I think Price is Bert, Gaz is Ernie, Nikolai's the Cookie Monster. So,
The Americans already attacked Al-Assad!
No, their invasion begins in a few hours. Why?
The Americans are making mistake. They will never take Al-Assad alive.
Paul Jackson.
Marines, spotters have a possible fix on Al-Assad in a building at the west end of this town. We're gonna secure the perimeter and grab Al-Assad. Hurrah! Lock and load. Shoreline coming into view.
Copy, Striker 6-4.
Keep trying 10 seconds.
Copy.
Taking fire here.
Roger that. We've got RPGs down there.
Shit, that was close.
Got a visual on the target.
5 seconds. Stand by for relay. Down the road. Go, go!
Go, go, go!
Second squad on me to the target building. Move!
Set up the blocking position!
There's the target
Let's go!
building.
Alright.
Left side door breach. Stack up.
Our main objective here is we're just trying to find Al-Assad, just like Nikolai alluded to last time. And our main buddy here is Lieutenant Vasquez. He's our best friend.
Blow the charge.
Breaching, breaching!
Go, go, go!
Clear!
There's a couple guys in there. I always throw a grenade as they come out or they get blown up. This mission is the first, like, sort of tricky mission where you might have a lot of mess ups. Just more areas where you can get stuck. Like right here, there's always some guys that pop out. Alright. Another thing I like to do is I like to switch out my secondary for another primary in most missions. So I like to take the rifle here, because the pistol's pretty useless. I don't know. I think it kind of stinks. Here we go.
Jackson, throw a flashbang.
There's a little part of him sticking out. Got him. You really want to take advantage of those, the little pieces of them sticking out. If you don't, then, you know, you're just going to let that enemy get behind you. I think they might have already triggered a couple come out. But here comes. Oh! So I got taken out. I wasn't paying attention. There was a guy on my right. Coming.
Jackson, throw a flashbang.
Same spot. Now we're gonna go back over to Private Massey, because I think the guy probably moved up here. Alright, they're in the room. I think my guys took out the last guy, so we're good to move up.
All call signs. Check the bodies. We need a positive ID on Al-Assad.
Negative ID over here, sir. No sign of Al-Assad here, sir.
HQ, this is Red Dog. Target building is secure, but we don't have Al-Assad. Over. Roger that, HQ. Out. Heads up. I just got word that Al-Assad is broadcasting half a click east of here at a TV station. We're gonna move out on foot and take down the package there. Move out.
I'll wait for my guys to get up here. Yeah, so can't get a positive ID on him. We gotta keep looking for him. Why we bring the rifle. Cars can actually explode. You really don't want to be standing next to them when they do. It's effectively a very big grenade. There's a spot that I really like to stand back here. There we go. So normally these enemies hop on this roof and try and cut you off, but if you stand under here, you can really catch them off guard. Your teammates, if they're good enough, can also get them. Normally there's two that jump down, but I guess they weren't feeling it today. Definitely, if you're behind a wall, that really helps with the whole grenades. You just want to take it real slow. Alright. That's probably everybody.
Hey, check your fire! Friendly's at your 6!
They're always in this building. And I want this building. This is a good building. Alright. I think that's everybody. So now we can go back out. Get going. This next part's a little bit tough. I might get stuck here a little bit. Shouldn't be that bad. I want to take out that truck, and then these guys on this roof, they're just the local softball team, you know, helping us with grenades. This is one of those infinite spawning moments that's supposed to make you feel like you're holed up. You can push up, it's just that they're gonna try and shoot you from behind. See all my guys move up. Oh. So they just threw 3 grenades at me or something. Let's see if we can get a drop on them. Got a few. Oh, that's not good. Just throw this out of here. Tough thing about grenades is the enemy can actually throw them back at you. They're more so just for like that door breach that I did back there. It's just for immediate action. Grenades really are not reliable. Flash grenades, though, are incredibly useful. Still some guys up there. My guys are moving up pretty far. Nobody else up here. Awesome. Alright. That was the first sort of tough section. Now we've got another tough section coming up. Not this part, but you'll see. Ah, shit. I cursed. Oh god! Hopefully the gameplay covered that curse. I don't really like cursing, but there was a grenade at my feet. What do you expect me to say, man? That's gotta be a pass. Alright. Alright. Most of them are probably gone. There's gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 more at the end of this. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, here they are. Alright, we've intercepted our friendlies at this point.
Target building in sight.
Alright, this is the TV station.
We've got the TV station locked down and surrounded, sir.
Good. Get in position to breach.
Now this is the tough section. This is probably the first real tough section you'll come across when you're playing this game. All those mechanics I mentioned are really important for this.
Do it.
Just got flashed there. Alright. This is the pain in the butt section. You are gonna you're gonna see me do something a little crazy. Basically, you know, when you're starting this, you typically go right across to the series of rooms and try and make your way through there, because that offers the most cover. But what you actually want to do to get through this quickly and with less trial and error is you want to just try and get to the end of the room so that your guys can push up, like we said before. This is kind of the all that stuff before was the tutorial. This is kind of the veteran tutorial. So gonna run through here, use these tables as cover, and then prone here and try and take out as many of these guys as possible. Maybe throw a flash. So just throw a grenade at me. Alright, I made it to the end of the room. I can still die right here, but this is a good spot to be, because now my guys can push up a little bit. Just threw a grenade at me. Yeah, still does damage from right there. One thing about grenades is they actually like to roll towards you. So, your guy has a bit of a really bad superpower. It's got like a gravitational pull on grenades. Not really a fun superpower to have if you ask me. But it's what we got, so we gotta make it work. This is usually the part where I get a little greedy and I die. But if we're lucky, then my men can take him out. Guy back there? That's just a shotgun stuck in the wall or something. Right, it's getting quieter. Just like one or two more guys, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. It's getting louder again.
Room clear.
Alright.
Al-Assad should be on the second floor.
You know, I don't know. Did I do that in one try? Yeah, well, you know, when you do this by yourself for the first time, this can be the first roadblock you hit in Veteran, but I got pretty lucky there, I'd say.
Yeah, there goes our boys. Hoorah. Hoorah.
Ooh la la! I mean, oorah, oorah. Oh, we're gonna meet a really cool character up here. Oh yeah, Griggs.
No sign of Al-Assad, sir.
Yes, sir. I love Griggs. He's my favorite guy. In this first game, at least. Break this window. This part is a lot easier. You just cover your Marines over here. It seems like Glenn is getting a little stupid out there. Yeah, there goes Glenn. And he had the javelin. Wow, nice job, man. Javelin's not really useful here, but I mean, we got a bunch of helicopters. I would want them to keep the javelin so they can't get our helicopters down. Glenn had some other plans there. The main sniper you use in this one is the Dragunov. I love it, even though I just missed like 4 shots there. It's probably my favorite for the campaigns, the go-to. You get so much ammo on it, it's just solid.
Watch your 6, Devil Dog.
Alright, so trying Gonna see if we can find Al-Assad. We're nearing the end of the mission here. We think the whole thing is we think he's broadcasting from in this TV station.
I think he's in there. I hear him. Do it.
But he's not in here.
Room clear!
He's not here.
It's on a loop. Broadcast is recorded.
Yeah. Score 1 for military intelligence.
Griggs, turn that off.
Roger that. I got something better anyway.
Command, this is Red Dog. TV station secure. No sign of Al-Assad. The broadcast is a recording. Over.
Oh yeah.
Roger that.
Rah.
Marines, rally up. We've got a new assignment. Take your gear and get ready to move out. Let's go.
Oh, another cutscene.
Alpha Company's take.
Well, that's probably where I'll cut it for now. So we've covered Charlie Don't Stare. So now you see the whole sort of layout of the story here. We got dudes in the Russian, we got dudes in the Middle East. So that's where we're going to start it, and that's where we're going to end it. Next time we will be on with the Bog, and we will play until after Death from Above, most likely. So thanks for watching. I'm out.